When I think of my childhood, I think of being a 5-year-old kid back in Soviet Union. My father was a researcher, and in his institute, there was just one Intel-based computer. And my dad would sneak me in on weekends to play with the computer, to write basic programs, learn MS-DOS, and I just fell in love with it right there and then. Never looked away since. A really big transition for our whole family was immigrating to Canada, just 2 years before I started SFU. So it was my parents and my sister, and had to learn English from scratch, essentially, had to build new friendships. I chose SFU because it was the best home-site program in at least British Columbia, if not all of Canada. And I was like, yep, that's the school I want to go to. I often joke that my return on investment with SFU was 24 hours because I met my future business partner, John, my close friend, on day one, first class. I could have dropped the mic right there and it would be a success story already in its own right. I never knew I wanted to be an entrepreneur. I just wanted to, be around computers and make products. But I was lucky to build with my best friend, John, that service, My Bus, which was delivering bus schedules to SFU students in school. And I was like, wow, 3 days coding and suddenly something that I can use, my friends can use, is out there. People are loving it. Why wouldn't I do this for a living? So I think that was definitely a very lucky moment, and I'm grateful to SFU profs that encouraged us to build that service. In our fourth year, John and I went to Charles University in Prague for a semester. And very importantly for our future careers, we saw mobile technology at a whole new level back in 2005 in Europe compared to Canada. They've had phones with color screens, with applications you can run in them, with internet. And I was like, this is a microcomputer. This is going to change everything. And I came back to my final year as SFU fired up to do a lot more with mobile. We started a new club on campus called Mobile Mondays, where people would gather and just talk about, the iPhone launch and Steve Jobs' announcement and how you could build different applications for it. And we got free pizza money from SFU ComSci that also helped us a lot to have a lot of fun. I spent almost all of my career as a founder of startups. The wins the company has, they become your personal points of pride as a founder. Big contracts that we won with Starbucks and Under Armour, and the acquisition of our company Mobile5 by Salesforce, and then starting a new AI company last year, Superpilot. These milestones of my companies are definitely feeling like personal success for me as well. Being as part of the Applied Sciences Advisory Board helps us share what's going on in the market, but also get inspired by the research that's happening. One thing that we really need in Canada is a strong local tech ecosystem. And that's companies, that's people that work here, that choose to start companies here. And it starts at SFU.